Welcome back to the Food Forest, everybody. Today we're going to do a plant ID guide that was inspired from a comment that I found funny on the pond guide. So if you want to see our detailed pond design guide, check out the link up in the top right corner here. And we're going to talk about a comment that said, "Nice pond, too bad about all the ragweed." So this is not ragweed. Now, ragweed and goldenrod are typically misidentified as each other, and they're both in the aster family. They're both in the Asteraceae family. However, goldenrod is solidago, and this is a completely different plant than ragweed. It does not cause any of the allergy concerns that ragweed does, but it usually gets blamed for it. And actually, the funny thing is when most people see yellow flowers in a field, they think they're seeing ragweed. Ragweed doesn't really have yellow flowers. Let's go find some ragweed, find some goldenrod, and we'll compare. Okay, this here is ragweed, and a couple telltale signs of ragweed are that you got these little kind of spiky flower heads that never actually really turn very yellow. They're just kind of like this. Definitely not yellow flowers. And then the leaf shape is kind of more like a parsley or a carrot. Kind of looks almost like a fern. So if you see something like this, this here is ragweed. And this is good to take down, cut, chop and drop, and get rid of it, because this does cause allergies in many people. Okay, now we're down by the pond, and here's some plants that I actually planted specifically myself. This kind of looks like ragweed because the flowers haven't popped yet, or actually these probably have just popped and now they're turning into seed. But this, look at the leaf shape, completely different. And these are, this is actually goldenrod. So this is still in the Asteraceae family, but it's actually solidago genus. And here's some goldenrod just on the other side of this peach here. This was a seedling peach actually. Sorry, I'm getting distracted, but this is awesome. This is a seedling peach that I just planted my pit, I think 2 years ago, and then we transplanted it here when it was a year old. So this is a seedling peach growing right next to my pond, and it's doing fantastic. And right near the black-eyed Susans here, which I'll harvest very soon for their seeds and spread them all over the place, we have got some goldenrod. This is what goldenrod actually looks like. I just need to make sure I'm not stepping on anything here as I get closer. And you can see it's a pollinator favorite. And it's got these beautiful yellow flowers. It's very, very showy. And the leaf form is completely different than the ragweed, as you see. This is an extremely beneficial insect and pollinator attractor. And this will bring life into your yard. And they are just covered with insects. Okay, we pop back up just to take a look at the ragweed again, just so you can see the difference. To me, I always find it fascinating that these plants are even confused for each other, because they're just so different. And now you can see, I'll just kind of pan across and I'll walk down to the wildflower hill at the bottom. And I'll just do kind of a solid shot so you can see. And just as I go, try to keep your eye open for just the sheer amount of goldenrod that we have growing here. And it's because they're fantastic pollinator attractors. Yeah, these have got to be another one of my favorites here. This is dense blazing star, a fantastic plant, liatris, and the bees obviously love it. This is what we need. We need more of this in the world. It's just gorgeous. And even all of this here, this kind of looks more like the ragweed because it hasn't popped yet, but this here is goldenrod. I mean, look at the leaf difference. Completely different. Just right next to it, here's some that have just started to bloom. So we're getting right into goldenrod season, and when I pan down here on Old Man Walking Trail, you'll be able to see, I think there was a bird up in the tree there. I'm not sure if my camera was pointing at it. Maybe you can rewind the video and see. But you can just see the amount of goldenrod that we have growing all on Old Man Walking Trail here. It's actually getting so dense down here that you kind of can't even see across it anymore as well as you used to be able to. I have to get up on some of these rocks. But you can see we really focus on beneficial plants to the environment down here. And absolutely one of them is goldenrod. But if you're looking across a wild field and you see a bunch of yellow, you're probably looking at goldenrod and not at ragweed.